Hi, we're back with Cooking with Will, and we have marinated the chicken for 5, 6 hours right now with the salt and the green onion juice and the ginger juice, and a little bit of white pepper. I've taken it out of the fridge for about half an hour now just to get the meat to warm up again. And I've taken the liberty of boiling the water in the pot beforehand, just to save us some time. While it was boiling, I put in the chicken feet and some more green onion stalks and some ginger, just to form the soup base a little bit more. I'm gonna include some additional ingredients that aren't necessarily traditional ingredients for Hainanese chicken. But they are TCM herbs, traditional Chinese medicine herbs that are really good for your digestion and for blood. So I've included gantao, which is essentially licorice root, some cinnamon bark, some star anise, and some hongzao, or dazao, which is well, you can see it here. It's good for blood. So with any kind of herb, what's recommended is that you soak it for half an hour beforehand, just to get rid of all of the impurities that are in the herb. So that's what I've done. I've soaked it in water, just ordinary water, for well, half an hour. I'm just going to toss the water right now, and then I'm going to throw it into the soup. So when you put the water in the soup, you really want to just barely cover the chicken, because you can always add more water later on. It's kind of hard to take out water. Well, you'll have to boil it down again, and it's just a pain. So just get your water level right. Um, yeah. So we're gonna put the chicken in now. So it's always butt up so that all the ingredients don't drop out of it. Looks like I just need a little bit more water in here. There we go. And we're gonna wait for it to go back up to a full boil. And I'm just gonna keep my eye on it. You could put the lid on if you want, but it's not really necessary. It well, maybe. Put the lid on, like just give it a little bit of a crack to help it steam. Ideally, you'd have like a more, I don't know, smaller diameter or circumference of a pot, so that it's more. Uh, you could use less water to cover the actual chicken, so you get more flavorful soup. But my pot's a little bit wide, so you know. I've left the chicken wings out, and I'll add them at the end. And I'll also add some extra green onion, fresh green onion at the end as well. When you boil a green onion for a long period of time, it actually loses its fresh sweetness. So that's why you want to add some fresh green onion at the end just before serving to get that like sweet quality to it. So I'll see you all in a bit. So I brought the chicken, or rather the water in the pot, back up to a full boil. And now that's when I'm going to bring the water back down to a simmer, so it just slowly cooks. I'm going to stick a meat thermometer in the chicken at its thickest point, and I'm just going to keep an eye on the temperature. Once it gets to about like 75 degrees Celsius, you're pretty much good to take it out. There we go. There we go. So as you can see, the temperature right now is at like about, what was it, 27. It's probably gonna take about, I don't know, and half an hour to an hour for it to come up to 75. So we'll see you in a bit. I'm probably going to put the chicken wings in when the temperature of the bird starts getting to about like 55, but we'll see. Okay, see you in a bit. So temperatures at about 50 some odd now, 52, 51, and I am gonna put the chicken wings in. And I've just put the lid back on just to let it steam because the water's not quite covering the top of the chicken, the back of the chicken. So I just want to steam a little bit just to be on the safe side. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so internal temperature is about 69 degrees centigrade right now. So I'm just gonna pop that lid off. And I'm gonna test different areas of the chicken to make sure that it's all, it's all cooked. I also want to test the wings too, at the thickest part of the meat, to make sure that's been cooked properly as well, since I put those in last. So with Hainanese chicken, typically you're supposed to, once it's fully cooked, you're supposed to put it through an ice bath. Now I'm gonna skip that step because, well, I'm lazy. So you can do the ice bath if you want, but I personally don't really find it necessary. I also kind of like eating my chicken warm, hot. So it actually only really took about 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes to cook my bird. My bird's a little bit smaller than I'm used to. So I was kind of off on that half an hour thing, eh? So everything seems to be okay in terms of the internal temperature. Just gonna test the wings just to make sure that they're okay. And it looks like we're fine. So I'm just gonna quickly put in the rest of the green onion here. And just let it cook in the soup for a little bit, and then it's pretty much ready to serve. So I hope you enjoyed this instructional video, and you can make your chicken yourself. Again, like I said before, this isn't traditional Hainanese chicken. I'm not an expert at making Hainanese chicken. I'm not an expert chef. Not even that great of a cook, but this is what I've learned. I find this to be an easy method to to cook this particular dish. It's quick, it's easy, it's not very complicated, it's very forgiving, and it's also very healthy. I hope you try it out. Stay tuned for other recipes.